and welcome back to our channel. This is a series where we do a rapid fire questions all around short-term rentals and Airbnbs that we have received through our social media channels. So if you have any questions, drop them in a comment. We will get to them in these videos. If you have not already, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. That helps tremendously, and let's get into it. The cost per square foot for renovating an Airbnb varies dramatically depending on what the property looks like when you buy it. What we tell people and what we've found is on average, a property costs anywhere between $15 and $30 a square foot for furniture and renovations. You can get it to cost $15 a square foot if you've got a turnkey property that you don't have to do any renovations to and it just needs furniture. But if you need renovations, you're going to be pushing that $30 a square foot mark to get you across the finish line and offer a quality experience for your guests. Glamping is exactly like it sounds. It is glamorous camping. Think of if a tent and a house made a baby, that's glamping. You want to offer something that's more than just a tent experience on an air mattress. So typically these glamping properties usually have an actual bed, they have actual showers, they sometimes even have heat and air conditioning. Occasionally you'll find some that have TVs inside of them, but what it is it's giving you the rustic nature experience without forcing you to be uncomfortable in your stay. So the cleaning fees for short-term rentals are controversial, and it's because the cleaning fees are high. And there are reasons why the cleaning fee is not packed into the price of the property, because trust me, I would prefer it to function that way, where you don't see it, it's just wrapped into the cost of your stay. The problem is that everyone on Airbnb, all the hosts, or at least 95% of the hosts, price their cleaning out separately, and that cleaning is not included in the overall cost of what it shows when you're searching what you want to spend on Airbnb. So if you're searching for a 3-bed, 2-bath house for under $400 a night, and I include my cleaning fee in the cost, and my price is $520, but my neighbor who charges the same nightly rate but excluded their cleaning fee outside of the actual nightly rate and it just gets tacked on, they would show up for you to select staying there. Mine would not. So the cleaning fees can get out of hand, but we keep it separate because everyone in Airbnb keeps it separately, leaving a level playing field for you to be able to see my listing as well as my direct competitors. But the cleaning fee oftentimes gets really high because every single time you leave a property, it needs to be deep cleaned for the next guest. Between COVID and also wanting to maintain a hotel standard, those cleaners are spending 4 to 7 hours in a 3-bed, 2-bath house flipping it after every single time. And those cleaners want a livable wage. And so we charge exactly what we pay the cleaners, which is a hefty rate. It just is what it is. That's what the cleaners make, and we extend that to them. Projected profits are just that. They're projected. And it is an investment at the end of the day. So there is always risk involved. The idea around a projected profit is that it gives you a better idea on what you're walking into instead of it being an absolute complete gamble. You're making an educated decision at the end of the day. So the projections are not random. They are very calculated. They're based off of knowledge, experience, people in that market. Although it may not be exact, it gives you a much closer idea of what you can expect to make on your property. Also, when you're projecting potential revenue on a property, you want to be projecting very conservatively. You don't want to inflate those numbers and have unrealistic goals and then be disappointed on the back end. I would much rather make an investment that the worst case scenario projected profit is still profit. So those projections at the end of the day are not the end all be all. They are just a projection, but they are giving you a very educated guess on what that property can make based on your competition. A DSCR loan is an investment loan. So the difference between maybe going an FHA route if you're going into a duplex and you're renting one side out, or a conventional loan, or a second home loan, a DSCR loan does not affect your DTI. So if your DTI is capped out, you can switch to a DSCR loan and take projected revenues and your pro forma and your proof of concept to a lender, and they can review those things. It's 20% down, so it is a heftier down payment on the property, but it allows you to get another property even if your DTI is at its max capacity. So co-hosts and property managers or property management are interchangeable terms. To me, they mean essentially the same thing, but every co-host and every property manager handles different amounts of workload for your property. So for you, when you're interviewing both a property management company or a co-host, maybe the property management company is larger and more established and a co-host is just an individual person. But either way, you want to go in depth with what they are carrying for your property, what you are carrying for your property, and what percentage each person gets at the end of the month. From my experience, all of those things are negotiable, and so you want to make sure that you have a clear, defined role outlined for both parties before you get into that relationship and understand what kind of value they're bringing for you to justify the amount that they're charging you. What we define as a unique stay is anything that is outside of your cookie cutter experience. So when you think unique stays, you think about something that maybe isn't in your typical everyday home, whether that be the architecture of your property, whether that be the location of your property, whether that be the amenities at your property, whether that be the design, the murals. There's a million different ways that you can make your property unique, but it is just that, unique, something different than what you experience in an everyday, typical single-family home. That is it for the questions today. Thank you guys so much for watching and following along. We appreciate you. Again, if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more. And if you have any questions that you want answered on one of these, please drop them below and we will throw them in our next video. See you next time. Bye.